Hey you, it's your girl, the comic book bombshell, right here, and welcome to my channel. And on today's episode, we are going all the way back to 1980 to explore the history and origins of one of my favorite Marvel mutants. Who is it, you may ask? Well, she is armed with the ability to absorb other mutant powers and memories, and this Mississippi runaway started her career as a villain before joining the X-Men to fight for good. Have you figured it out yet? That's right, it's everyone's favorite Southern belle, Rogue.
Glad y'all decided to join the party.
Alright, let's get started. Now, aside from her no-nonsense attitude, which I can relate to, and her great one-liners,
You look nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Rogue's signature power is the ability to absorb memories, powers, personality traits, physical talents, and strength from anyone she touches. And in addition to the abilities that she can integrate from others, Rogue has superhuman strength, the power of flight, and extreme durability. Now, like most mutants, their abilities manifest during their teenage years and under times of high stress or danger. Rogue was no different. Her powers showed up when a boy named Cody tried to steal a kiss from her. And for his efforts, he wound up in a coma for many years. Now, Rogue didn't have the best relationship with her parents to begin with. And after that encounter with Cody, her relationship with her family worsened and she ran away from home, where after a short time, she encountered that manipulative shapeshifter, Mystique, along with the precognitive mutant Destiny. Now, Mystique wanted to take advantage of Rogue's powers, so she adopted her and brought her in as part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Shortly after joining the Brotherhood, we pick up a Rogue after she returned from a failed mission to Japan, which was an attempt to steal the adamantium bonding plans from Lady Deathstrike's father, the same ones used to bond the metal to Wolverine. Now, once home, she overheard the tail end of a conversation between Mystique and Destiny about Miss Marvel, who, they said, would wind up costing Rogue her soul. And after only hearing that part of the conversation, Rogue went on a mission to find her. The next thing we see is a body being tossed off the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And at this point, we don't know why or by who, but we see Spider-Woman swoop in from out of nowhere and rescue this near-dead woman from certain death. Spider-Woman doesn't even know who this person is, so she places the call to someone who can find out. Professor X and the X-Men. Now, all this takes place in Avengers Annual 10. Now, Professor X, with his psychic ability, is able to find out who this mysterious woman is, and it's none other than Carol Danvers.
Womp rat.
And he finds out it was Rogue who threw her over the bridge. They still don't know why or how this was even possible, because love her or hate her, Miss Marvel is no pushover. But before we can find out the details of what happened between Rogue and Miss Marvel, we switch over to Rogue, who seemingly, with little effort, is thrown Captain America through a wall or something and proceeds to kiss him to add his powers to her repertoire. Now, being careful in the process not to use her powers too long, because she is worried about the process becoming permanent.
Gotta be careful to pull out enough of your energy to stop you without hurting you.
And next we get to the scene of Rogue tossing Cap to the roof of the Avengers Mansion, much to their surprise, where they are literally sitting around drinking tea. Next we get to see Rogue's superhuman strength in action, as she pretty much wrecks the entire Avengers team. First, she takes out Thor, defeating him easily, and then knocks out Vision with one punch. Wonder Man, however, seems immune to her touch, but he is no match for Rogue. To say the least, he is also disposed of quick, fast, and in a hurry. And to give you an idea of just how powerful she is at this time, she just decides to leave the battle. Because with her having the combined power of Thor, Miss Marvel, Captain America, she knows. If she stays, she'll probably wind up killing the entire Avengers team. Now, would that be so bad? Anyway, this is where we learn that the powers Rogue absorbed are only temporary, because by the time the Avengers are able to track Rogue and the Brotherhood the Ruggeds are in New York and are able to mount a counterattack, they fare much better this time due to the fact that Rogue's powers are fading. And after another battle, the Brotherhood is defeated and Rogue and Mystique make their escape. Now, you were probably wondering what happened between Rogue and Miss Marvel. So we're going to backtrack a little so we can finally get the details of how this fight went down in Marvel Superheroes 11. Alright, so their battle was short but ferocious, and Rogue was able to get the upper hand and started to absorb Miss Marvel's powers. Now recently, Rogue had began experimenting with her powers by touching a few random people to see what would happen. And unlike the incident with Cody Robbins, there were no other major consequences, but when she touched Miss Marvel, her powers acted much differently. And this is where she famously almost killed Miss Marvel and wound up absorbing not only her powers, which became permanent, and where she gained her superhuman strength and ability to fly. Oh, and she also absorbed her entire psyche and personality. Luckily, it wasn't the MCU version that she absorbed, because that would have been boring. Now, this encounter left Rogue in a state of near insanity, as you can imagine, as she was trying to deal with the dual personality symptoms of Miss Marvel's thoughts and feelings in her head. And to cover up her dastardly deed, this is where she decided to get rid of the body and throw Miss Marvel off the Golden Gate Bridge. Poor Rogue. The recovery process was long and difficult for the then villain Rogue, who had Carol's psyche in her head, who occasionally asserted herself, making it very difficult for her to know what were her memories and which ones weren't. Now, Rogue's struggle to separate her thoughts and memories from Carol's eventually subsided, but the superpower she gained never went away, resulting in the Flying Bruiser version of Rogue that continues to this day. So this summarizes Rogue's history, but honestly, I'm not a fan of her character until we get to the 1990s version. Those goofy white stripes in her hair and that green outfit just didn't do it for me. However, the Rogue we see in the X-Men Blue Team led by Cyclops is my favorite. And in case you didn't know, feature Wolverine, the Beast, Psylocke, Jubilee, and you guessed it, everybody's favorite Cajun, Gambit.
Let's have a kiss before you go, huh?
Now, anybody who's read the X-Men knows that over the years, when these two were together, sparks were flying left and right, with Gambit using his suave personality to try to steal a kiss any chance he got, regardless of the consequences. You know why? Because he knew that kiss was going to be something. However, Gambit's constant advances eventually caused a rift between the two heroes. The Cajun's persistence finally paid off, and Rogue admitted her feelings for Gambit and gave him that kiss he'd long been after. Unfortunately, at this exact moment, the cataclysmic events leading up to the Age of Apocalypse were taking place.
Evil mutant, you dare challenge Apocalypse again? Blasphemer!
Anyway, let's get back to this kiss. So Gambit finally got what he asked for. However, it didn't turn out the way he had hoped, because he was left in a coma. And when he woke up after the Age of Apocalypse, he realized that Rogue absorbed some of his memories, which he wasn't very happy about, because he had been up to some mischief. And he knew he needed to stop her from finding out that he had some sinister dealings in the past. However, Rogue couldn't deal with all the secrets and decided to leave him. As well, let's take a break from the X-Men. Rogue and Gambit's on-again, off-again relationship lasted several years. And in 2018, Mr. and Mrs. X actually tied a knot. Now, both of them are members on the current run of Excalibur. So check out that series if you want to get caught up with these two lovebirds. Now, that wraps up today's episode of All Things Rogue. Don't forget to spread the word, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any more of your girl. Until next time, see you later. I would like to thank all of you for tuning in to my channel for today's episode. I have a lot of things planned with an unbelievable amount of content that I want to share with all of you. This was your comic book bombshell. Until next time, see you later.